Good morning friends, I am Abhishek. I am teaching economics in Sadhguru Kadge Maharaj College, Karad. In last lecture we discussed about the problem of population, unemployment, and now in this lecture we will discuss about the problem of poverty. In 1947, or when we compare all these conditions with 1947, nowadays India definitely developed, but India is, India is a developing country and our country is facing the problem of population, overpopulation, second largest population country in the world. Second problem is about the unemployment, and the third major problem is about the poverty. Poverty is just like a curse for our country. Now, in this chapter we will discuss about the all important points. For example, suppose in lecture we will discuss about the basic concept. What do you mean by poverty? Again, new concepts are there. With the help of new concept, we are going to discuss about the conventional concept and multi-dimensional concept about the poverty. Again, here you are going to learn new term, that is about the, what do you mean by absolute poverty and what do you mean by relative poverty. Again, there are some points. For example, here the new concept is about the poverty line. What do you mean by poverty line? How you are going to measure poverty? Because some standards are different. If you compare Indian poverty with other country poverty, there are some kind of differences there. For example, each and every type of measuring poverty is different. Here some types are there, types of poverty. For example, one type is about the rural poverty and second type is about the urban poverty. So with the help of this concept we are going to learn in this lecture. We are going to complete all these points one by one. So we will start from first, that is about the introduction. What do you mean by poverty? Now see, here you know that poverty is present everywhere in the world, but India is a developing country and our problem is very severe. That is, it is problem of unemployment, problem of population and problem of about the poverty. So when one problem is going to start and when one problem is going to end, it is not clear. For example, some people they are going to say that because of population poverty is there, because of unemployment poverty is there. But when we discuss all these points, we have to understand that basic concept related about the population, poverty and unemployment. So first thing is about the poverty. Poverty, that is first about the introduction. It is a major problem for our country. Major challenge. Can you say it is a major challenge or a problem for our country? And it leads some socio-economic problems. For example, suppose people, when there is problem of population, overpopulation is there, and population, when people they are not getting job, they will remain unemployed, and unemployed, condition of unemployed is turns into poverty, and poverty, because of poverty, the young students, if they are not getting job, they are doing illegal activities. So it is one kind of chain. First chain is about the population, explosion of population. Then second is about the unemployment. Because of population, some people they are not getting job. After taking this, they are not getting job. They will remain unemployed. And then there is problem of poverty. And because of poverty, some young students they will take some kind of bad habits or they will and use some bad things for their living. So it is a main problem for. This is one kind of chain. So when we compare all these things, it is very important for that to discuss about all the points regarding poverty. Poverty is a major challenge for our country. When we compare the poverty in British era also poverty was there, because British people they were coming here only for the trade, purpose of trade. So they were interested only for profit. So they were supposing India as a country which is going to provide them raw material. And you know all these things about the history, where poverty is a long history period, but about the drain of resources there. For example, again decline of handicrafts. British people they were not interested for this economy, Indian economy. So they were taking raw material from India. They put their raw material in England, and again they are coming with the fresh products from England, and they are going to sell their products in India. So India, it was a country for only for raw material. So it was again problem for British era also. But nowadays, Indian government has given top priority to elimination poverty in India. One famous scheme is there, that is about the Garibi Hatao. You know about all these things. Famous scheme which was introduced by late Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. Government has introduced new scheme. For example, suppose there is resource point is of the economic planning is there, again economic reforms there, anti-poverty measures are there. So government is doing best to eliminate poverty. These are some measures which government is going to take. Now, what do you mean by poverty? The basic concept which is related with the poverty is about the definition. What do you mean by poverty? When some people, they are not getting that much money, getting not income to put for basic needs. For example, what do you mean basic needs? Basic needs are food, shelter, clothing. These are some basic needs. Food, shelter, clothing. These are some basic needs, and when people, they are not getting that much income to have some kind of things, it is called as a poverty. So this is a very important thing. The people that they want some kind of job and they are not getting job, so they will remain poor. And when there is some kind of basic, they are not going to complete their basic needs. They are not going to do all these things for their family. So it will definitely come under the case of poverty. Again, there are two main concepts which are going to learn in this point. That is about the convention concept. What do you mean by convention concept? What do you mean by multi-dimensional concept? The first concept is about the convention concept. In convention concept, there is some kind of basic needs. It is limited only for basic needs of life. Convention concept, basic needs of life. Basic needs of life. That is, convention concept, it was only related with the basic needs of life. But when we discuss about multi-dimensional concept, multi-dimensional concept is a broad concept where you can see there is some kind of things where not only about the basic needs but about the education, standard of living, all these things are going to add. For example, in India are given some needs about the food, clothing, shelter, basic education, road connectivity, electricity, access of safe drinking water. Safe drinking water is also there. These are some points which are going to be related with multi-dimensional concept. So basic concept, convention concept is only related with the basic needs of life, and when we discuss about the multi-dimensional concept, there's basic needs are there. In even this point, multi-dimensional concept, where you can find that basic needs are also there. But again, basic here some things we are going to add, that is about the education, standard of education, safe drinking water, electricity. These points are going to add for multi-dimensional concept. These two concepts are very important. Convention concept is old concept, and multi-dimensional concept is a, you can say it is as a now new concept is there for to measure about the poverty. These two concepts are very important. Again, next point is about the, what do you mean about concepts of poverty? Concepts of poverty. See, you know that India is a country of villages. Almost 5 to 6 lakh villages are there, and almost 50 to 60%, or even you can say that 60 to 70% people, they are living in villages. So you cannot compare urban poverty with rural poverty. Rural poverty is different than urban poverty. So the problem which are facing by people who are living in villages is different, definitely different than the people who are living in urban areas. So there is some kind of comparison, there is some kind of difference between urban poverty and rural poverty. So in your books they are also doing some kind of difference. Now when we see about the concept of poverty, there are two important concepts. That is, one concept is about the absolute poverty, and second concept is about the relative poverty. First we discuss about the absolute poverty. What do you mean by absolute poverty? Now see, absolute poverty is a concept where you can understand that this concept is going to, or it is related with the calorie concept. How much calorie the person getting. Again, there is some kind of difference for calorie concept. That is, some people, almost some people they are living in villages, and some people they are living in urban areas. So calorie concept is different for village people, and calorie concept is different for urban people. So Government of India, or Planning Commission, has decided. Planning Commission is responsible for all this measurement of calorie concept. So person who is living in rural area is required to have 2,400 calories per day, and the person who is living in urban area, it is required that should have 200 calories or even 2100 calories. Why there is some kind of difference between these calories? Because the people who are living in villages, they have, normally they are doing activities in farming, so they need some kind of extra calories. So Government of India or Planning Commission has given that 2,400 calories are required for people who are living in village areas, and the people urban areas, the people who are living in urban areas, they require 2,100 calories. This is some kind of standard which is given by Planning Commission of India. This is called as absolute poverty. So absolute poverty, the country like India, or you can say that developing countries like India are facing such kind of problems are there. I already mentioned that India is a country of villages, almost 5-6 lakh villages are there. So many people, 60 to 75% people, they are living in villages. So we can find absolute poverty is there for our country. And what kind of urbanization is there in India? Urbanization is about 30 to 35% urbanization is there. So you can say that when you take 100 people, out of these 100 people, 30 to 35 people, they are living in city area, and other 60 to 65% people, they are living in village area, so urban rural area. So it is there some kind of difference between village area, urban area and rural area. This is called as absolute poverty. Absolute poverty is present, mainly present for developing countries. Developed countries, this problem is not there, absolute poverty. Their problems are different. For example, when you will discuss about the relative poverty, you can find relative poverty there for developed countries. What do you mean by concept like relative poverty? Second concept is called as a relative poverty. Relative poverty. Standard of living is very important. When we are going to discuss about relative poverty, standards of living is very important. So I have mentioned that when we discuss about the problem for India, we are not going to discuss about this problem, standards of living, because some people or majority of the people in India, they are struggling for their basic needs. For example, food, shelter, clothing, the basic needs. So this problem is not present for our country, the relative poverty, because standards of living is a problem, and this problem is mainly present there for developed countries. Developed countries. So there are two main categories. One category is about the developing countries, the second category is about the developed countries. Where you can see standards of living is there. Again, some people, the standards of living, again, the difference of levels of income, wealth, consumptions, economic activities, all these points are related with the relative poverty. So this concept is different from concept number one, that is about the absolute poverty. Now, the concept of about the poverty line. What do you mean by poverty line? The major difference, or it is imaginary line, poverty line. Poverty line. It is imaginary line. So for example, suppose if I draw a line like this, it is imaginary line. It is not a basic concept. This line is only present there to say that which people are above this line and which people below this line. Above poverty line, it is called as APL, and BPL, that is below poverty line. Some standards are there. For example, India is going to measure all these conditions with the help of calories. In foreign countries or in developed countries, people they are going to say something about, when they are going to measure about the poverty, they will use about the percentage of their income. So different standards are there. The country which is going to measure all these things, definitely it has got some kind of difference for every country. So poverty line is an imaginary line where you can find some people they are above poverty line and some people they are below poverty line. So percentage of below poverty line is very important when we discuss about the problem of our Indian economy. And government is going to say that 22% people they are living below poverty line. But actually, the estimate is about 30%. You can say that about 30% people they belong to BPL level in India. Okay. So again, this is the imaginary line where you can say above poverty line people and BPL means below poverty line. These methods are very different, and the measures which are going to take all these points are different for every different country. So what is the importance of poverty line? Why is it important, or what standards are there when you discuss about the poverty line? Poverty line is very important because it will say something about the people about APL, above poverty line people, and people about BPL, that is below poverty line people. With the help of poverty line, you can understand or you can measure the percentage of above poverty line people and at the same point about the below poverty line people. It will help for the measurement. Again, it will identify poor people. Identify poor people. Again, same problem is there. For example, people who are living in urban areas and people who are living in rural areas. Same problem is there. Again, there is two kinds: urban area and about the rural area. With the help of outline, we can understand the percentage of poor people. Identify poor people. Again, it will help for about the track of poverty. It is also very important. How to track of poverty. With the help of outline, it is also important. The people or the agency can track the poverty present in urban area and poverty present in rural area. So poverty will help to track about the poverty, and also next point is about the estimate about the expenditure. Estimate about the expenditure. So it is not only possible that if you say something about the poverty, suppose poverty, I already mentioned that 30% poverty is there. So it is not only possible to mention about the only poverty. How you are going to eliminate poverty or what measures government will take to minimize poverty is also very important. So with the help of outline, it is very important that we can estimate about the expenditure. What kind of money should be required to eliminate poverty, or what measures should government do to predict about the poverty. This outline definitely helps all the people or the agency to understand about the concept of poverty. Again, the next concept is very important. See, poverty line differs from country to country. This is a very important concept. It is called as PPP. It is poverty population control. It is about even something about the developed countries, condition of developed countries and underdeveloped countries. So it is called as purchasing power parity. Purchasing power. And it is different. For example, India is a developing country and other countries are developed. For example, take example of America, Japan, Germany, France. These are developed countries. So their purchasing power parity is different. And according to this poverty concept, 21.2% people they are coming under BPL line. 20%, you can normally say that 30% people they belong to BPL level. Okay, this is called as a purchasing power parity. This concept is very important. Now, next concept is about the types of poverty. Here, types of poverty is very important concept. Types of poverty. Here I have mentioned types of poverty about the rural poverty and urban poverty. Why we are going to make some kind of difference between rural poverty and urban poverty? See, I already mentioned that India is a country of villages. So, India is divided into two parts. One part is about the urban area and one part is about the rural area. So, the percentage of rural area in India is very important. It is very major. For example, almost 65 to 70% people, they are living in villages. So, India is divided into two parts. That is about the urban part and second part is about the rural part, rural India. Okay. The problem which are going to be faced by urban people or urban poverty is different than rural poverty. So what are the standards are there for to eliminate, or what are the conditions are there for rural poverty? One by one we discuss all these points. Now first point is about the rural poverty. One point is about the rural poverty. So you know that India is an agricultural country. So main occupation, it is about the farm. Many people they are living in villages and their main occupation is about employment related with the agriculture. So it is main problem where people they are not getting job in rural areas. For example, some farmers are there, they are not getting job. Or some small farmers are there. Their land is somehow very minimum land available for them. So they will do their farming, at the same time they will work there for other farms also. So problems are there. For example, small workers are there, landless laborers are there in villages. So they are not getting jobs. So again, some poor rural infrastructure is there. Urban landless laborers are there. Again, contractual workers are there who are working there in rural areas. And why this problem is there? Because the problem is because of about the poor infrastructure available in rural areas. Poor infrastructure is there. Again, agricultural land is divided in segments. Parts are there. Suppose for example, 10 acre land is available. Before 50 years. Now this land is going to divide into, suppose there are 4 brothers, this land is going to divide into 4 brothers, that's 10 acres. Again, for after 20 years, this land is going to divide into again 2.5 acres. So there is some kind of dividation of land. So it is not possible for that people to live there only on available, the land is available. It is very important for that person to do other kind of job. So rural poverty is there, and it is mainly because of landless laborers are there, some small farmers are there. It is called as the marginal farmers, which are present in rural areas. So this type of poverty is different. It is called as a rural poverty. I hope you understand all this problem. Next lecture we are going to discuss about what are the causes of poverty and how Indian government is interested to minimize these causes. Thank you very much.